Everyone. So before we start, let me introduce to all of you our lecturer. No, I hope that you will enjoy. No, you will enjoy the 6 hours lecture in algebra. No, although I understand that you don't have your algebra during your in your program. No, in your program. So I hope na you will learn a lot, no? What is algebra, no? Based on your high school, I don't think that it will, no? It will be enough the knowledge you gain from the basic mathematics in from your high school. Natin. And
Sa akin ba yung
choppy po kayo, sir.
Oo nga, sir. Choppy kayo, sir? Sir, mukhang mahina ang inyong internet, sir. Medyo choppy. Hindi maintindihan.
Naka-wifi lang ito eh. Hindi nakakonekta to kasi.
Okay, sir. Ayan, sir. Medyo okay na.
Okay na. So,
Okay,
so I hope na you are very much interested, no? For the 5, no, yung unang 5 na topic natin or what you call that courses natin, kasi all of those are not included in your curriculum, and it is always given during the board examination. Yung mga algebra, trigonometry, analytic, probability, what you call that, yung solid geometry, lahat yon ay suking-suki sa board exam ang mga yon, no? So, wala tayong magagawa, no? Kasi under the new curriculum, pinagtatanggal yon. Then, nagsimula ka agad sa calculus. Kaya medyo may konting problema yan pagdating sa board. Although, pagdating naman sa actual, alam mo, magre-review na kayo, i-review nyo ulit yon. It depends na lang kung sinong magiging lecturer, kasi hindi naman pagdating nyo sa review center, maraming lecturer yan. Kahit sabihin nating isang review center yan, pagdating sa review center, pag iba yung schedule mo, kung minsan matatapat ka sa ibang lecturer. Although ang algebra class, kahit sino magtuturo, algebra pa rin yan. Hindi mo mababago yon. That is still an algebra. Depende na lang how the lecturer will deliver the lecture, no? So kung may mga magagaling mag-explain, mayroon din yung kilometric yung solution, mayroon din yung calculator na lang, lalabas na ang sagot, something like that, no? So siguro in your case, ang kailangan nyo, calculator na lang. Hindi nyo na kailangan yung solution. Total, multiple choice naman, di ba? Pwedeng hulaan yon, no? So, I hope class that you will enjoy the day. Pag may problema kayo, you just message me kung may message nyo ako in our group that you are not learning from the lecturer, no? I-message nyo lang ako. Okay, class? Do you have any question? Yung presidente ng EE. Sino yung presidente ng EE? Natalia.
Sir, wala naman po.
Okay. Yung presidente ng ME. Si Mr. Lama. Okay. Yung ECE. Asan yung ECE? Hindi ko pa namimit yung mga ECE dito. Getro? Are you the
President po.
Are you the one, ECE?
Yes po. Wala
Ah.
naman pong question.
Wala pang question kasi hindi pa nagsisimula. Pag nagsimula na yan, you just message me in our group that it is going fine para medyo alam ko naman ang feedback, no? Give me the feedback. I know Engineer Landicho personally. Later on, pag nag face-to-face tayo, mag-i-schedule ako ng face-to-face. 'Di ba napag-usapan natin lahat online. Ngayon, ang napag-usapan namin sa civil, namili sila ng subject na i-online. May mga subject na gusto nilang i-face-to-face pala, i-face-to-face. So, ganun din siguro ang gagawin natin. Kung ano uubra, sasabayan din natin yung civil na online din yung ibang ano natin, no? Parang may mga pinili lang sila na i-online, especially yung mga major nila, like for example surveying, kasi yung surveying nila ay napupunta sa Matyon, gusto nila i-online, ay face-to-face. Tapos yung mga subject na hindi daw sila natuto dahil hindi daw maayos yung pagka-deliver ng lecture during gusto nilang i-face-to-face. Siguro we will do it also here, no? Kasi napag-usapan natin you are very happy kasi online lahat, no? Hindi mag-face-to-face din tayo, no? Para medyo masaya. Kahit pa paano magkikita-kita tayo kahit linggo. Okay? So I think I'm doing so ibibigay ko na lang yung floor kay Sir Landicho to start the lecture in algebra. So 9 to 12 tayo class. After 12, I hope that you are listening, ha. Huwag kayong baka mamaya mo bukas lang yung ano nyo, ha. O nasa sa inyo din yan. Okay? Hello, sir. But, hindi nga ako makapasok, sir, eh. Oh, within the organization lang. Nako, sir, wala akong kakilala doon, sir. Check ko, sir, ha. Dapat chinek mo, sir, bago tayo. Umpisa natin kasi ngayon, sir, baka mamaya mo sabihin nila palpak tayo. Di ba? Oo nga. Okay, so yun, ha. So I think Engineer Landicho is now ready. So just inform me if the lecture is going fine. Okay, then nandito lang ako within the day, no? Sa inyo. Okay, sir. Okay na. Thank you.
Okay. Sige, sir. Saan ba yun? Hi, good morning. Sige ko lang. Balik ko lang yung aking screen. Okay, good morning. Good morning mga future engineers. Kamusta? Kamusta ang National Heroes Day? Yan talaga, no? Okay, so anyway, na-introduce na ako ni Sir. So our topic for this meeting, no, maghapon yan, 9 to 12, then 1 to 4, that is algebra. So tulad nga nasabi ni Sir kanina, ito mga foundation, mga fundamental ng ating mathematics, nasa senior high na yan. Sa senior high na nila nilagay. So, okay lang kung kayo is nasa STEM. No? Nag-engineering galing sa STEM. Siguro kahit pa paano maganda yung foundation. Kaya lang kasi is hindi nasunod kasi yung mga track na yan. No? Kahit hindi ka sa STEM, pwede kang mag-engineering. And hindi naman lahat. Pero may mga school na pinanggalingan na yung mathematics talagang almost basic, no? So, hindi siya parang pang-engineering approach pagdating sa college. So, here, i-recall lang natin, ano? So, tulad doon sa nabanggit ni Sir kanina, okay, so ito, wala na sa inyong curriculum, yung mga K-12 curriculum. Pero hindi siya nawawala sa board exam. Especially, tulad ko, I'm electrical engineer. So, hindi siya pwedeng tanggalin. Sir, bakit? Although wala na siya sa curriculum ng college, bakit hindi siya pwedeng tanggalin? Okay? Yung curriculum, that is just galing kay DEX, no? Ang nagpiprevail pa rin yung law, yung batas natin. So, nasa ating batas, sa RA 7920, naka-specified mismo doon yung mismong syllabi ng board exam for electrical engineers. So, nasa batas natin yan, RA 7920. At saka well indicated doon na kapag mathematics, nandoon mismo, dinefine algebra, trigo, geometry, okay, so nandoon. So kaya hindi nila pwedeng tanggalin. And at the same time, although wala yan sa curriculum, actually, yung sinama na nilang calculus sa ating curriculum, it is just application nitong mga foundation. Ha? So, ano yan ha? Hindi mawawala sa ating board exam. So kahit anong discipline. Kasi yung ating mga calculus na yan, higher mathematics, they are just application nitong mga foundation. Kaya nga tinawag silang foundation. No? So especially, yung algebra, trigo, at saka geometry. So reality kapatid, ano? If you try to understand the principle of algebra, geometry, so si geometry kahit i-trigo mo na lang yan, ano? Kasi geometry or trigonometry, it is a part of geometry, no? So doon na lang tayo, doon sa dalawa na yun. Pagka naintindihan yung principle nun, actually pagdating sa higher mathematics, hindi na kayo mahihirapan. Okay? So dito, since nasa in-house review pa lang tayo, wala pa tayo doon sa actual review. Much better, I suggest, since may enough time pa kayo, na balikan muna yung principle. Huwag muna kayo mag-focus, maghanap agad ng calculator technique. Tandaan ninyo, the calculator technique, okay? Gamit is calculator, which mean hindi gagana si calculator unless may mag-command dyan. Kasi equipment lang si calculator eh. Diba? Hindi yan gagana, hindi yung pag nagbasa ka ng problem, kusang mag-i-input si calculator. So I suggest, you understand the principle, sigurado magagawan mo ng iba-ibang technique si calculator. Okay? Tulad sa amin dati, no? Nung time namin, hindi naman kailan lang yan, no? Hindi naman ganun katagalan, no? Mag-take ako ng board exam. Pero yung aming calculator is low-tech pa, hindi pa ganyan, no? Pero since alam namin yung principle, nagawa pa rin namin ng technique yan kay calculator. So, ibig sabihin, you can or you may maximize the potential ng iyong calculator kung ang gagamit is alam niya yung principle. Parang sa mga equipment lang naman yan, di ba? Pag bumili ka ng bagong makina, cellphone, ano mo nang binabasa mo? Instructions, di ba? Yung kanyang manual. Aralin mo muna yung manual. Ganon din naman dito. Aralin mo muna yung principle. Once you learn the principle, sigurado, walang problema. Kahit bago pa yung calculator na yan, okay? Magagawa mo ng technique yan. So, doon muna tayo, no? Learn the principle first. Huwag muna tayo magmadali. Although I can teach you the different calculator technique. So actually, nagtuturo ako ng calculator technique. I conduct seminar regarding calculator technique. No? Kahit anong calculator, kaya-kaya natin gamitan or gawa niyan. Kasi nga, we know the principle. Okay? So dito, more on principle muna tayo. Hindi muna ako masyado mag-i-introduce ng mga calculator technique. Okay? Kasi nga, iba-iba pa yung ating gamit na calculator. Tulad dito, ang gamit ko pang calculator sa aking laptop, this is Casio. No? So ito ay meron siyang capability na 570 at 991. Yung kay Canon kasi medyo masungit si Canon. No? Ayaw niya magbigay ng ganitong calculators. Kailangan mo rin bilhin yung kanyang software before ka makagamit. Unlike kay Casio, pwede ka maka-download ng libre. Okay? So, without further ado, let us discuss yung ating college algebra or simply the algebra. Isa sa foundation natin yan. So pagdating lang naman dito kay algebra, ang pag-uusapan natin dyan is the different basic principles. Ang kailangan talaga nandito is the principle, no, the rules, how to handle and simplify mathematical equations. How to get the corresponding equation from the different worded problems. Kasi sa actual exam, mapaano mang discipline yan, hindi lahat ng problem na pwede nating ma-encounter, nandun na yung equation. Most of them worded. So kailangan alam natin how to extract those given equations out of the worded problem. Kasi kapatid, no? Kung hindi mo makuha yung equation kahit marunong kang gumamit ng calculator, okay? So hindi natin may input kay calculator kasi walang equation. So first, you have to extract. No? You have to extract. So yun ang focus natin dito kay algebra. Okay? So how to handle, what are the different basic rules, principle in handling, simplifying mathematical equations. Okay? So balikan natin yung mga topic na yan. So more on principle lang muna ako, no? Hindi ko muna masyadong gagamitan ng mga calculator technique. So pagdating natin sa actual review in case, especially for electrical, ano? So doon natin applyan. Pero dito syempre, medyo introduce ko na rin kung paano si calculator. But more on principle tayo. Okay? So in case you have any questions sa ating discussion, so pwede kayong mag-chat, ano? So pwede kayong mag-chat, pwede naman naka-open naman yung chat box nitong ating Zoom, pwede kayong mag-chat. So magpa-pop up yan dito sa aking isang monitor, makikita ko agad yan, no? Okay? So then, kindly monitor na lang muna yung ating mga mic, no, para hindi ko na lang i-restrict. So pagka may bagong, although pag may bagong open, naka-mute naman, pero minsan kasi natatanggal sa pagkakamute. So kindly monitor na lang, ano, para hindi mag-static or magsabay-sabay yung ating mga audio. Minsan kasi sa ganong situation hindi tayo magkakaintindi. Okay? So sige kapatid, let us start. Okay. So I hope na isend na rin sa inyo ito ni Sir. So naibigay ko na kasi sa kanya in advance ito. I hope na-scan nyo na rin. So nilagay ko lang sa PowerPoint para mas madali natin siya makita at mabasa, no? Okay, so for problem number 1, these are common problem, no, pagdating sa mga exam, especially sa board exam, ano? So what are the possible values of unknown variable that would satisfy these given equations? So in these given equations, we have two unknown variable, yung x at saka y. So ibig lang sabihin yan, no, as a rule in mathematics, as much as possible, although may exception to the rule, no? So one basic rule sa mathematics, if you have certain unknown variables, no, in order to solve them as easy as possible, the number of unknown variable, it should be equal to the known equations. So tulad dito, two unknown variables, so we need two given equations. Pero may certain situations wherein yung mga given equation is less than to the number of unknown variable. So yung mga tawag natin sa mga ganong situation yung tinatawag na Diophantine equations, no? So Diophantine, kapag tulad dito, let's say dalawa yung unknown variable tapos isa lang yung equation, so that is Diophantine equation. Tawag natin doon. So lalabas doon, it would serve as what, no? Trial and error ang magiging solution sa mga ganon. So pagka equal naman yan, so you may have the system of linear equations or system of equations. So paano nga ba isolve ito? So if you try to consider, no, yung ating mga equation contains exponent. So kapag mga mathematical equation, binigyan kayo ng exponent, one thing na kailangan mong balikan, of course, what are the different rules in handling mathematical equation that contain exponent? So tawag nga natin dyan, law of exponent. Ito mga simple lang itong law of exponent. Napakarami niyan. Pero babalikan natin yung mga basics. So para hindi ko na lang sila isulat isa-isa, meron na akong files dyan para sa common law of exponent. Ano? Ito yung mga rules. So pag sinabi natin law of exponent, it represent the different rules. Di ba? Pagka law, batas yan na dapat sundin. Ito yung mga rules. Okay? Meron tayong tinatawag na product rule. Ano yung product rule? If you multiply certain number, so same basis with different exponent, ano yan? So under product rule, you just copy the base, then you just add the exponent. Yan si product rule. So parang dito, example yan, nilagyan niya ng variables or value, no? Yung base natin is 2. Then, you have different exponent 2 at saka 3. So 2 squared multiplied by 2 cubed. Under product rule, if you're multiplying with same bases with different exponent, all you have to do, you just copy the given bases and you just add the corresponding exponent. Ayun, 2 raised to 5. No? Product rule. So quotient rule. So kung may product, may quotient din. No? Ano naman siya? Dividing a given number with same bases but different exponent, all you have to do, you just copy the base and then you just subtract the given exponent. So parang same din, ano? So kanina naka-multiply, ngayon dinivide na lang. So let's say you have 2 cubed over 2 squared. So multiplying or dividing number with same bases, anong ginawa? You just subtract the given exponent. So magiging 3 minus 2, 1 or simply 2. Okay? Then you have also the power rule. Yung iba, ang tawag nila dito, if you have a certain number raised to a given exponent, then naka-raise ulit sa exponent. Kaya yung iba, ang tawag nito, exponent raised to exponent. All you have to do, you just multiply the corresponding exponent. Then inverse rule. So parang division lang din naman yan. No? Para sinabi natin 1 over A. So, sir, ano po yung 1? So, eto na yun, ano? Kasi under zero power, anong sinasabi niyan, no? Any number, any variable, if that is raised to 0, it is always 1. So, ibig sabihin, etong 1 na to, pwede ko siyang gawin as what? A raised to 0. So, in that case, pwede mong gamitan ng quotient rule. So, ibig sabihin, etong dalawang dulo na to, it is just application nitong naunang dalawa. Kaya in dealing with law of exponent, ang pinaka-importante dyan, itong tatlo. The product rule, the quotient rule, and the power rule. Okay, so let us apply this given rules of law of exponent. So i-rewrite ko lang rito, ano, para mas, oops, ba't na-print yung pindot ko? Draw dapat. Yan. So i-rewrite ko lang dito yung ating solution. So for problem number 1, ito yung ating equation, ano? So, i-rewrite ko lang dito. I have 27. Tagal na ako hindi nag-online na. Hindi na naman sana yung aking kamay magsulat dito sa aking laptop. So, 27 raised to x equal daw yan kanina. No? You have 3 raised to the quantity y plus 2. Then, another equation which is 25 raised to the given quantity 3x minus y which is equal kay 5 raised to y. So dito medyo mautak ng konti yung ating problem. Sir, bakit? Instead na hanapin si x and y, isa lang hinanap. So in that case, hindi mo pwedeng idiretsong i-substitute na lang or i-shift solve sa iyong equation. So pagdating dito, hindi mo magagamitan ng shift solve kasi ang shift solve, no, that is only one equation, one unknown. Okay? Hindi mo siya magagamitan ng calc. Bakit, sir? Kasi isa lang naman yung nasa choices, kailangan dalawa yan. Kaya medyo mautak ng konti yung problem. So in that case, kapag inutakan ka ng problem, kailangan mas mautak ka sa kanya. Paano yun? Knowing the principle. Anong principle ang gagamitin natin, sir? Yun na nga binanggit natin. Any equation that contain exponent, you may apply the rules of law of exponent. Okay, isa-isahin natin. Simplified ko muna itong first equation. So in this case, magkaiba yung ating bases. Since they are equal, isa lang ibig sabihin, identity. Dapat, pag identity, kung anong value ng left side, yun din ang value ng right side. So ang pinakamadaling approach dito, gawin mo silang identical twins. Di ba? Pag sinabing identical twins, almost magkamukha, no? Walang pinagkaiba. Ganun ang gagawin natin dyan. Sir, paano? First thing to do, sa mga ganitong exponential problem na identity, first thing to do, you have to make bases equal. Kailangan magparehas yung bases muna natin. Pagparehasin natin yung base. So fortunately, yung ating bases are what? Factorable. Anong ibig sabihin? Di ba alam natin, 27 is factorable by 3. Di ba? So if we try to recall, 27 is what? 3 times 3 times 3. Or that is what? 3 raised to 3. So in that case, ang gagawin ko muna, etong 27, okay, alam natin, 27, it is actually equal kanino? 3 raised to 3. Tama, kapatid? Therefore, your 27 raised to x, I can rewrite it as what? 3 raised to 3 raised kanino? X. Then under power rule, ayun, nakasilip pa. Exponent raised to exponent, you have to multiply. So therefore, 27 raised to x, it is now equal to 3 raised to 3x. Okay? So in that case, kapatid, I can rewrite this equation. Instead of 27 raised to x, I could say it is what? 3 raised to 3x. It is now equal to 3 raised kanino? Quantity y plus 2. So in that case, if you try to consider, bases are equal. Magkamukha na sila. So para maging identical at hindi ka talaga malito, dapat yung buhok parehas din. Kung ang buhok nito is 3x, dapat ang buhok nito 3x din. Therefore, we conclude, okay, anong conclusion natin? Therefore, for the first equation, we conclude that the exponent of the left side of the given equation, 3x, it should be equal kanino? Y plus 2. Therefore, you have now the first simplified equation. Okay? So, kung anong ginawa natin sa left side or the first equation, ganun din ang gagawin natin sa second equation. Nasundan ba? Yung simplification muna ng ating first equation. Okay tayo doon? So, again, same approach. 25 is factorable by 5. Tama ba? So, pwede natin sabihin that 25, it is actually equal kanino, no? Kung ilalagay ko rito, 25, it is simply 5 squared. Tama, kapatid? Which mean, yung aking 25 raised to quantity 3x minus y, no? Pwede natin gawin yan as what? 5 squared ng naka-raise kanino? 3x minus y. So, ibig sabihin, by law of exponent raised to exponent, you multiply 2 times 3x, meron akong 6x minus 2y. Okay? So, in that case, eto na siya ngayon. Ano? We can rewrite this equation in this pattern as what? 5 raised to the quantity of 6x minus 2y, di ba? Which is now equal kanino? 5 raised to y. Okay. So, in that particular case, parehas na sila ng exponent. So, we conclude that the second equation, or parehas na sila ng base, that the exponent 6x minus 2y, it is equal kanino? Y. Okay? Yan na yung ating second equation. So, meron ka ng 2 equations to unknowns. Tama ba? Oops, parang nadidelay yung aking display. Okay? So, 6x minus 2y equal y. That is the second equation. Then you have 3x equal to y plus 2. So, you have now 2 equations to unknown. You may use your calculator mode 5.1 or simply simplify ko. No? So, ang gagawin ko na lang, ito, i-transpose ko rito. So, from negative, magiging ano na siya? Positive. So, therefore, meron ako 6x equal to 3y na lang, ano? From negative, magiging positive y plus 2y, it is just what? 3y. Then, you just multiplied everything or divide everything by 3 or just multiply by 1/3. So, meron na akong 2x that is equal kanino? Y. So, anong gagawin mo dyan sa R? Ang kailangan natin is the value of this given x. So, therefore, this value of y, kung isi-simplify ko, pasok mo dyan. No? Substitute. Pasok mo ng dahan-dahan. You may have now equal kanino? 3x equal, ano si y in terms of x? That is 2x plus 2. So, obviously, ano gagawin natin dito? Ito ulit, ita-transpose natin dyan. So, 3x minus 2x, it would be now equal kanino? X is equal to 2. If x is 2, therefore, the value of y, it is equal to 4. So, those are the possible answer for x and y. So, in this case, si x lang hinahanap. So, anong letter yan? Ayun, that should be arriba. Okay? Nasundan ba, kapatid? Any question regarding that particular problem? Ngayon, kung gusto mong gamitan ng calculator, pwede na ito. Once you have the linear equation, you may use your calculator. But first, you have to arrange the given equation. So, kung gagamitan mo ng calculator yan, so kay calculator, kahit anong calculator naman, ito ang kanyang syntax, no? So, 2 equations to unknown, mode 5 equation lang ako. So, take note for the format, ano? ax plus by equal to cn. So, ibig sabihin, dapat you have to rearrange the given equation in this given format, no? Para ma-input mo sa ating calculator. So, ibig sabihin, yung first equation, pag nire-write ko siya rito, meron akong 3x minus y equals 2. Okay? Then, yung second equation, pag nire-write ko, meron akong 6x minus 3y equal kanina 0. So, ayan yung format mo, mode 5.1. Then, you may use now, kunin ko si 1. So, si A, coefficient ng x, si B, coefficient ng y, at yung C, that is the constant. So, pwede mo ng input 3, negative 1, then, ano siya, 2. Second equation, you have 6. Then, I have negative 3. Then, yung constant, that is only 0. O, tsaka mo na equal, ayun, x is 2, y is also 4. So, same answer lang din, ano? Using your calculator. So, ganun din, before mo magamitan ng calculator, you have to get first these two simple equation. Okay? Nakuha ba? Pero since, no, yung ating ng problem, medyo mautak ng konti, hindi nilagay dyan yung value ng y. Pero in case, ano, let's say, hinanap ng problem is x and y. So, ibig sabihin, may mga choices dyan na dalawa. So, pagdating doon, mas mabilis. Kung dalawa yung hinahanap dyan, ang gagawin mo na lang, you may type the given equation to your calculator, no? Ayan. Tapos, instead of equal, gawin ko minus. No, minus ko sino? Si 3 raised kanino? Alpha y plus 2. Yan. So, kapag ka ito equal, ginawa ko minus, ano dapat na sagot? 0. So, kung nasa choices, yung x and y, i-type mo lang kahit sino sa equation, then you may press cut. O, pag pindot ko ng cut, hahanapin si x. So, let's say, input natin is 2. Equal mo, hahanapin si y. Input natin sino? Yung kuha natin sagot 4. Dapat anong sagot? Dapat mag-0 yan. Pag nag-0, ibig sabihin, tama lang yung sagot. Okay? So, ganun lang ang magiging solution yan in case hinanap ng problem yung x and y. You may input directly to your calculator. But since x lang yan, so hindi mo siya agad madidiretso rito. Instead, you have to extract the system of linear equation para magamit mo ulit si mode 5.1. So to get that equation, you have to apply this law of exponent. Okay? Clear ba? Naintindihan? Any question regarding problem number 1? No? That is just illustration how to apply this given law of exponent. Okay? So, iwanan ko. Clear? Any questions, any clarifications? Nakasunod ba tayo, kapatid? Okay naman dyan?
Yes po.
Yes
Okay.
po.
Sige. Okay. So, minsan nga lang ha, baka mamaya is, alam naman natin, isa talaga sa problema pagdating sa online, kapag humina yung ating internet access. So, either ako or kayo. No? Tulad kanina, kay Sir Rudy, medyo mahina yung kanyang internet access, kaya medyo static yung kanyang audio, no? Hopefully, tuloy-tuloy lang yung ating audio. Okay? So, again, for problem number 1, this is still application lang, no? Ating law of exponent, ano? So, let us consider, I have the given quantity 4 raised kanino? 2x plus 1, which is equal to 1024. So dito, instead of finding the value of x, we are required to evaluate what should be the value of 4 raised to x. No? So one equation, one unknown. So pag ganito, madali na yan, ano kapatid? Kayang-kaya na yan isolve. So dito, pag ginamitan mo ng calculus, una mong masasolve dyan is si x. Pag nag-shift solve ka, x ang lalabas niyan, ano? Then, you just substitute here. So dito, gamitan muna natin ng analysis. Okay? So, using law of exponent, naka-plus ito, pwede ko itong expand, ano? Under product rule, multiplying same bases at the exponent. Kaya itong left side of the given equation, I can rewrite it as what? 4 raised to 2x nang nakamultiplied kanina 4 or simply 4 raised to 1 or simply 4 na lang. No? Pag wala kasing nakalagay na exponent, matik yan, that is only 1, which is equal kanina na, no? 1024. Okay. So again, this given first term, pwede kong gamitan yan under power rule. Exponent raised to exponent, you multiply. So anong pwede kong gawin? So instead na 4 raised to 2x, I could say 4 raised to x ng nakaano? Square. Tama ba kapatid? Which is equal, pwede ko namang i-divide si 1024 by 4 na lang. Okay? So, itong 1024 divide by 4, pwede nating sabihin, I think this should be 256, no? So, kung hirap ka naman doon sa division, o pwede mong i-divide na lang 1024. So, that is 256. So, anong ibig sabihin? Meron na ako ngayong 4 raised to x close quantity squared equal na lang kanino? 256. Ayun na hinahanap natin, yung 4 raised to x. Okay. So, para lumabas na lang si 4 raised to x, gagamitan ko ulit ng law of exponent. Ano yun? Pwede mong square root or simply, the whole equation should be raised kanino? 1/2. Okay? Sir, bakit naka-raise kay 1/2? Kasi sabi ng rule, exponent raised to exponent multiplied. So, 2 multiplied by 1/2, so that is 1. Kaya yung nasa left side, matitira is ano? 4 raised to x. Sa right side, anong natira? 256 raised to 1/2 or in terms of radical, pagka raised to 1/2, that is the square root of what? 256. Ayun na ang sagot. Therefore, 4 raised to x, it is just equal. O, pindutin mo na lang, square root nung nakuha nating answer na 256. Tsaka mag-equal, ayun. That should be the answer. 16. So, 4 raised to x, that is only 16. Meron ba kapatid? Anong letra? Ayun. That should be cut style. Nakuha? Ngayon, tulad ng binanggit ko, since 1 equation, 1 unknown yan, pwede mong idiretso sa calculator yan, ano? 2 alpha x plus 1, then alpha equal 1024. Pag 1 equation, 1 unknown, pwede dyan yung shift solve. Solve for x, tsaka mo equal, ayun. Ano lobas? X is 2. If x is 2, therefore, 4 squared, that is simply what? 16. Kuha? Kuha mo rin yung value. Nakuha? Any question regarding problem number 2? So again, this is just under law of exponent. Okay? So siguro iwanan ko yan. Basic lang. 1 equation, 1 unknown. Ano? Kuha nyo yan. Okay. Number 3. Mas madali ito kapatid. Ano? For number 3, tandaan ninyo, kahit anong discipline pa yan, pag dumating na sa actual board exam, pag given yung equation, bonus yun. Okay? Basta given na equation, bonus yun kapatid. Kuhang-kuha mo na. Lalo dyan, 1 equation, 1 unknown, bonus yan. Anong pwede mong gawin? Pwede kang mag-shift solve. Di ba? Since dito, ine-evaluate yung value ng x. So, anong gagawin mo? Pwede kang mag-set ng kahit anong value ng n. Kasi si n, that is a variable that represent any constant. So, pwede kang mag-set ng kahit anong value ng n dyan. Lalabas yung value ng x. Anong ibig ko sabihin doon? No? So, ganito siya. No? Kapag ganito yung tema ng question, meron kang unknown variable at in-evaluate lang natin yan, pwede kang mag-set ng kahit anong value ng n dyan. Okay? So, anong gagawin mo? Let's say, i-copy ko lang itong equation na to. Although walang n kay calculator, gagawin ko na lang siya m kasi pwedeng gamitin ito. No? So, you just type 4 raised to, si m na lang gagamitin ko, plus 2. Dapat lang tama pagkaka-type mo, ha? 24 times the given quantity of 4 raised to alpha m minus 1. Uy, then 10 times, you have 4 plus 1. Okay? So, yan, bagay ito. Pag may equation, simple na lang yan. Anong gagawin natin dyan, sir? Since we are evaluating what should be the possible value of this equation. So, ibig sabihin, there is only one specific value for this x. Kahit anong i-substitute mo dyan, there is only one possible value for this equation. So, hindi pindutin mo na ng kahit value ng m that corresponds to n. Kasi n is a variable that represent any constant. Let's say, mag-input ako ng 2, equal ko 1/4. May 1/4 ba? Ayun. So, kung mo na yung sagot. Sir, talaga ba kahit anong value? O sige, input ako 8. Equal ko 1/4 pa rin. Diba? Input ako ng ibang 1/4 pa rin. Sir, what is negative? 2. Problem 4. Kung hindi ka sanay sa ganun, that is already using calculator diretso, ano? Anong gagamitin lang natin dyan? So, again, that is only using law of exponent. Basta may equation ka that contains exponent, you may use the law of exponent. Okay? So, kung itatry natin ipakita yung manual computation yan, didiretsuhin ko na isa-isahin ko. Ito muna, yung first term natin sa numerator, pwede kong gawin ito using law of exponent, same basis, okay? Product rule. So, 4 raised to n. So, ibig sabihin, this given part of the equation, it is under product rule. I could say the first term would be 4 raised to n nang nakamultiply kanina, 4 squared. So, yan yung ating first term. Lagyan ko na lang ng parenthesis to represent that is first term. Yung second term, walang problema. Meron ako 24, then nakamultiply, ganun ulit. Pwede kong gamitin na lang ito ng product rule, which mean I could 4 raised to n nang nakamultiply kay 4 raised to negative 1. Or, pwede kong gamitin yung quotient rule na 4 raised to n over 4 raised to 1 or simply 4. So, ito na lang para hindi na ako maglagay ng another over. Ganun din sa baba. 10 nakamultiplied kanino? 4 raised to n multiplied by 4. Okay. So, at this case, tingnan mo sa numerator. Sa numerator, meron tayong dalawang term. Yung left at right. Parehas silang merong 4 raised to n. I can factor out 4 raised to n. Okay? Anong natira dito sa first term? 4 squared. 4 squared, pwede kong gawin as what? 16. Minus. Okay? Nilabas ko si 4 raised to n. Anong natira na lang? 24 multiplied by 4 raised to negative 1 or 24 divided by 4. 24 over 4, I think that is what? 4. Tama ba? Then, meron akong 4 raised to n sa baba. Nilabas ko lang, anong natira? 10 times 4. Tingnan mo maigi, 4 raised to n, 4 raised to n, I can cancel out. 16 minus 64 squared. 20, but 4 ito? 6 ito, no? But 4 ang nailagay ko. 24 over 4 is 6. So, therefore, 16 minus 6, I can replace it as what? 10. Therefore, this 10 and 10 canceled out. So, anong natira? Ayun. Sa taas, it is only 1. Sa baba is 4. So, you have only 1/4. Anong letter? Ayun. Dog style. Nakuha? So, again, that is just law of exponent. Pero tulad binanggit ko, since alam mo na yung rules, so madali mo nang magagamitan ito ng calculator. Yun ang ibig ko sabihin. Once you know the given principle, madali mo na magagawa na calculator technique yan. Since alam mo na this n is a variable that represent any constant. So therefore, pwede ka nilang mag-substitute ng kahit anong constant dyan. You may now identify the value of x. Okay? Nakuha? Any question regarding problem number 3? Okay, so that is under law of exponent. Marami pa yan, but technically, tandaan nyo, itong tatlo. The product, the quotient, and the power rule. Every now and then, palagi nyo ma-encounter yan, especially pagdating sa mga higher mathematics. No? Kasi yung higher mathematics, application yan, itong mga lower mathematics. Okay? So may tanong dyan, kapatid, under law of exponent, before ko siya iwanan. Clear ba sa atin? I hope you recall the law of exponent. Ano? So number 4, meron na tayong logarithmic functions. Okay? So ito, another common mathematical equations na pwede natin ma-encounter is logarithm. So in handling logarithm, kaparehas lang ng mga previous problem natin, may mga rules tayo dyan. You have sets of rules na kailangang i-consider in order to simplify these logarithms. No? Meron tayong tinatawag na property of logarithms or simply the rules in simplifying logarithmic equation. So dalawa yung ating logarithmic functions. Meron tayong tinatawag na common logarithm. Sir, sino yung common logarithm? That is the logarithm of base 10. Tulad nito, walang indicated na base, automatic, that is 10. No? Kasi yung logarithm, pwede siya magkaroon ng different bases. Depende sa given statement. Kaya tinawag siyang common logarithm kasi pag walang indicated, it is base of 10. Then we have another second type of logarithm, yung tinatawag nating natural logarithm. Ano naman sir yung natural logarithm? Yung natural logarithm, that is a logarithm of base e. So kapag ang base nito is e, natural, or mas kakilala natin as ln or ln. So those are the two logarithm. That is either common or natural logarithm. So ulit, para hindi ko na lang sila isulat isa-isa, ito yung ating mga important properties of logarithm na pwede mong i-recall. Kaparehas lang din ng ating law of exponent. May tinatawag siyang product rule, quotient rule, power rule, change of base, equality. Okay? So dito, medyo madadagdagan, ano? Itong apat, ito okay lang yan. Walang problema dyan. Itong product rule, quotient rule, power rule, at saka change of base. Yan yung mga important rules in property of logarithm. Ano yung product rule? So take note, you may apply different properties, different rule. Dapat yan, your logarithm are expressed to common bases. Dapat naka-express yan sa common base. Tulad dito, nilagay lang is A. So A represent the base. Any number will do. Pag walang indicated na value ng A dito, automatic yan, ang value niya is 10. Tinawag siyang common logarithm. So ito, para general, any given type of logarithm po pwede siya. Basta ang required, simple, okay? Simple requirements to apply this different rule, logarithm should always express to common base. Tingnan mo, A ito, A din niya. Okay? So under product rule, so yung logarithm of product of two variable here, pwede mong gawin as what? Addition. Parang kanina lang din. Ano? Pag product rule, you add. Ganun din ito. Logarithm of x plus logarithm of y, it is logarithm of x times y. So ganun din yung quotient. Pag quotient, x over y, subtraction naman. So pag power rule, yung exponent, so p is the exponent, so pwede ko siyang i-simplify si p, pwede ko siyang gawing multiplier here. Pwede ko siyang ibaba. No? Then you have also the change of base. Sir, paano yung change of base na yan? Logarithm of x, base a. So to change the given bases, let's say the base is what? B. So pwede kong i-rewrite yan as logarithm of x ay base b over logarithm of a base b. So that is the change of base. Okay? So paano i-apply yan? So to apply these given rules, i-rewrite ko lang yung ating equation, ha? So dito, meron tayong logarithmic equation, logarithm of 6 plus, meron akong x, logarithm of 4 equal logarithm of 4 plus the logarithm of the quantity 32 plus 4 raised to x. So actually, pag sinolve na natin ito sa actual board exam, bonus ito, shift solve lang, kuha mo agad yung value ng x dyan eh. Okay? Pero ito, recall muna natin. Okay? What should be the value of x? Okay, isa-isahin ko lang ha. So first, try to look for this given term. Yung second term sa left side. Okay, so using power rule, meron akong multiplier dito. So this multiplier, pwede natin niyang gawing exponent under product rule. So pwede kong gawin ito that the x logarithm of 4, I can rewrite it as what? Logarithm of 4 raised to x. Okay, clear tayo doon. Now, pag walang indicated na specific bases dyan, automatic, the base is what? 10. Okay? So in that case, pwede kong palitan etong x logarithm of 4 as what? Logarithm of 4 raised to x. Tapos, tingnan mo, nakaano siya? Plus. Okay? Anong sinasabi ng product rule? Yung plus, it is also what? Multiply. Ibig sabihin, I just copy this logarithm. Ano yung first number? 6. Anong value ng y? Si 4 raised to x. Okay? So, in that case, sige, isa-isay ko muna. Pwede kong i-rewrite na logarithm of 6 plus logarithm of what? 4 raised to x. So, equal ko muna. Sige kapatid, meron akong logarithm of 4 plus the logarithm of the given quantity. 4 raised to x. So now, using the product rule. Ito yung first number, ito yung second number. Kaya yung left side, I could rewrite it as what? Logarithm of 6 na nakamultiplied kanino? 4 raised to x, di ba? Equal, ganun din. Same base lang din. Pag walang nakalagay, 10 yan. Naka-add under product rule, ano siya? Logarithm of 4 multiplied kanino? 32 plus 4 raised to x. Ayan. So, you have now reduced it into single logarithm left at saka right side. So, parehas na sila kapatid. Log at log. Anong gagawin dyan? So, kapag nakakita ka ng dalawang itlog, parehas yung base. Ano lang ginagawa dyan? Binabasag. Ibig sabihin, pwede kong tanggalin yan. O yung tinatawag nating anti-logarithmic property. So, pwede mo lang i-cancel ito kapatid kung parehas sila ng bases. Sir, paano siya naging cancel? So, hindi ko na sinama dyan yung tinatawag na anti-logarithm. Sir, paano yung anti-logarithm na yan? Ano? So, kung meron akong logarithm of any number x tapos naka-base kanino? A. Kapag ito kapatid, etong logarithm na yan, ni-raise mo kanino? Kay A. Ibig sabihin, ginawa natin siyang exponent nino ni A. A raised to logarithm of x base A, automatic. Ang value lang yan, that is simply x. So, that is only x. So, ibig sabihin, if A is 10, so 10 logarithm of x base 10, so that is simply what? X. Yun lang ibig sabihin ng anti-logarithm. So, since parehas lang naman ito ng base, ito, i-erase ko to kanino? Kay 10. I-erase ko rin to kay 10. So, magka-cancel out lang yung logarithm. Pero pag may nakita ka dalawang itlog, parehas ng base, anong gagawin mo? Basagin mo na lang yan. So, in that case, the equation simplified to 6 times 4 raised to x equal. Ngayon, ito kapatid, pwede kong i-distribute dito yan. Tapos i-distribute dyan. So, magkakaroon ako ng 4 times 32. Nang naka-add kay 4 times 4 raised to x. So, pwede nating i-combine yung like terms. So, sino yung like terms? Ito, pwede kong i-transpose dito. Yan. Pag tinranspose natin dyan, pwede ko nang gawin, i-factored out ko si 4 raised to x. Ang naiwan is 6. Tinranspose natin ito. This is transpose. Na-transpose ito from positive, magiging negative. Pinactored out ko si 4 raised to x. Magiging minus 4 na lang. So, equal 4 times kanino? 32. Kuha na. So, anong natira kapatid? Meron na lang akong 4 raised to x multiplied kanina 2, which is equal kanina. Yung 4, gawin ko na lang 2 times 2 times 32, which is equal 2 times 32 is 64. Okay? At ang 64, it is what? 4 raised to 3. Anong ibig sabihin? Ayusin ko. 2 times 4 raised to x, it is equal kay 2 times 4 raised to 3. Tingnan maigi. Parehas na ba sila? Yes, sir. So, anong ibig sabihin? We conclude x is equal kanino? 3. So, that should be the answer. No? Magkasama palagi yan si logarithm at saka si law of exponent. So, x is equal to 3. So, that is only based on the principle. Pero tulad binanggit ko, sa actual board exam, pag given ito, shift solve lang yan. Anong gagawin mo? O itatype mo lang mismo, equation, logarithm of 6 plus, you have alpha x, logarithm of 4, alpha equal, no? Logarithm nino 4 plus logarithm of the quantity 32 plus 4 raised to alpha x. Yun. Tapos anong pipindutin mo? Shift, solve na lang. Tsaka equal, ayun, x is equal to 3. Parehas lang ng ating sagot. Okay, nakuha? Any question regarding problem number 4? So this is only under logarithm. So para ma-simplify yung mga logarithms na yan, you have to recall the different rule. So, ito yung product rule, quotient, power rule, chains of base, so on and so forth. Okay? May tanong ba kay problem number 4? Pero ito na binigay ko, pag may equation yan, okay na yan, bonus na yan. Basic, kuhang-kuha mo yan. No? Shift solve will do. Okay? So, iwanan ko si number 4. Number 5. I-rewrite ko lang para mas ma-visualize. Ano? Para ang taas niya. So, if x raised to 6 is equal to logarithm of 4 raised to 3 base 2. Ibig sabihin yan, eto kapatid, naka-raise ulit yan kay logarithm of what? 4 raised to 3 base 2. No? Yan ang ibig sabihin ng ating problem. Etong logarithm of 4 raised to 3 base 2, it is raised to same logarithm. Ano hinahanap? What should be the value of x? So again, one equation, one unknown, basta may given equation, bonus na yan, shift solve lang yan. Kayang-kaya na lang shift solve yan. So sir, paano natin susolve yan? Para mas masimplified natin yan, na mas madali niyong makita, gagamit ako ng simpleng substitution. No? If I'm going to let, i-let ko lang na yung logarithm of 4 raised to 3 base 2 as another variable. Sabihin ko na lang is y. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, itong logarithm na ito, pwede ko siyang gawin as y. Which conclude, ito, sino ito? This is y. Nang naka-raise kanina, y. No? So, x raised to 6, it is just simply equal kanina, y raised to y. Dito pa lang, alam mo na yung sagot. Sir, bakit? Diba ano ito? This is x raised to x or x raised to 6. equal to y raised to y. So, anong ibig sabihin? They should be identical twins. Ano ang base nito? X. Ano ang base nito? Y. So, therefore, anong ibig sabihin? X should be equal kanino? Y. Tama? So, if X is equal to Y, therefore, exponent, it should be the same. Okay, naintindihan ba? So, galing doon, after that substitution, pwede ko nang sabihin that X raised to 6, it should be equal kanina, Y raised to Y. Anong ibig sabihin para mag-equal yan? Therefore, X, it should be equal kanino? Y. At base sa kanyang exponent, if X is equal to Y, ano exponent ito? 6. Ano exponent ito? Y. Therefore, 6, it should be equal kanino? Y. Exponent is equal to exponent. Base, it should be equal to base. Para itong dalawa, mag-equal. Naintindihan? So in that case, if 6 is equal to Y, anong ibig sabihin? X is simply what? 6. Nakuha? X is simply 6. Anong letter? Baliktaran. Nagets ba? Naintindihan yung problem number 5? No? So, kahit hindi na natin isolve ng mahabaan, ayun lang. After that simple substitution, kuha mo na agad yung possible answer ng ating problem. Ano? Ngayon, kung gusto mo gamitan ng calculator, pwede ka mag-shift solve dyan. No? Kayang-kaya ng shift solve yan, sir. Paano? Check natin. No? Alpha x, erase ko kanino? Alpha or alpha tuloy? 6. Yan. Tapos alpha equal. So, para ma-input itong may base na yan, ito siya kapatid ha. Logarithm of a base. Ayun. Ilalagay ko yung 2. Tapos dito, sino siya? 4 raised to 3. Yan. Tapos lalagyan natin ng exponent. Ayun. Ilalagay ulit natin ito. Si 2 at saka sino? Si 4 raised to 3. Ayan. Tapos shift solve equal. Ayun. X is equal to 6. O, diba? Kuha din, kapatid. X is equal to 6. Pero dito, mas nagtagal ka pa mag-shift solve. Ito, isang substitute ko lang. Kung naalala law of exponent, kuha ka ng X. Okay? Clear? Naintindihan? Any question for problem number 5? Ay, may tanong ba kay problem number 5? Okay, so iwanan ko yan, ha? Try natin itong next problem. Given the logarithm of x, hindi natin alam kung ano yung base niya. That is b. Ano daw ang value? 4.36. Then another logarithm of y na naka-base b. Equal siya kanino? 1.23. Sir, ang hinahanap is ano ang value ng logarithm of x base y. Okay? So, how to evaluate the logarithm of x base y? So, kumbaga kapatid, to solve for this one, the idea, sir, kailangan natin malaman yung x at saka y, tas substitute na lang. Tama, pwede. Ilan yung nawawalang variable? X, y, at saka sino? Si b, 3. Ilan lang yung given equation? 2. So, parang kukulangin, no? So, ibig sabihin, hindi ganun kadali hanapin yung value ng x and y para ma-substitute dyan. So, sir, anong gagawin niyo? So, ang gagawin ko na lang dyan, possible kaya kapatid, gamitan ko to ng chains of base. Sir, ano ba yung chains of base? Ayun. Logarithm of x base a, it is logarithm of x base b over logarithm of a base b. Sir, anong ibig sabihin? Para magamit nyo yun, Parang sinabi lang natin, para masundan mo yon ay just going to let na yung A o yung value ng Y natin will corresponds to A dun sa chains of base. So, ibig sabihin, kapatid, this equation, it is actually the logarithm of X, binalang lagay ko, over logarithm, sino yung A? Si Y, base B. Nakadivide. So, logarithm of X, base Y, it is also logarithm of X, base B, over logarithm of Y, base B. So, si B, that is any variable. That is a variable that may corresponds any value, any number. So, kung ito is ginawang A or ginawang C, dapat ito is C rin, so walang problema. Parehas lang ang ibig sabihin yon kasi si B corresponds to any possible value or constant. So, ibig palang sabihin, ang logarithm of X base Y, it is just the division between logarithm of X base B and logarithm of Y base B. Binigay na nung problem. That logarithm of X base B equal dito. At ito is yan. So, which means, this value, it is just simply equal kanino? 4.36. I-divide mo lang pala kanina. 1.23. Yun ay final answer. 4. Should be the final answer. Meron ba? Ayun. Eksakto. Anong letter? This should be Ariba. Okay? Anong ginamit nating rule dyan? Using chains of base. So, ano yung chains of base natin? Logarithm of X base A, it is also equal sa logarithm of X base B over logarithm of A base B. And we let your Y is equal to A. Kaya eksakto na yung ating problem. Nakuha? May tanong kapatid. Any question regarding problem number 6? O, yun lang pala ang solution nun. Ano? Basta alam mo yung principle, divide mo lang pala itong number na to, yun na agad. Walang kahirap-hirap, pero kung hindi natin alam, itong chains of base, medyo iikot ang tumbong natin dyan. Paano isolve itong equation na to? Kasi parang ang idea, hanapin si X, hanapin si Y, hanapin yung B. Kulang yung ating equation. Okay? So, may tanong kapatid, any question regarding problem number 6? So, iwanan ko niyang logarithm. Ayan, ano? Number 7. Uy, another logarithmic equation ulit. Anong binanggit? Yung logarithm of 2 daw, pwede natin siyang gawing value as X. Kapag meron ka namang logarithm of 3, pwede natin siyang gawing as Y. Ngayon, ito ang problema. Kung si 2, logarithm of 2, nagawa mong X. Yung logarithm of 3, nagawa mong Y. Try mo kayang gawin na yung logarithm of 1.2, ilabas mo ang sagot in terms of what? Function of X and Y. Kaya kung papansinin mo, yung mga choices natin, it is only what? Equation. Express the logarithm of 1.2 in terms of X and Y. So ito, sa unang tingin, parang mahirap yan ah. Pero sa board exam, bonus yan. Madali yan. Sir, paano ang solution sa board exam yan? Ganito lang siya. Ha? So ibig sabihin, pwede nating i-store yan. Okay, sir, paano? Logarithm of 2. I-store ko kanino? Kay X. Yan. Tapos, logarithm of 3. I-store natin kanino? Y. Ayun. Okay. Mag-start na kay Y. Ngayon, anong gagawin natin, sir? Evaluate mo, logarithm of 1.2. Ano ang value? 0.079. Yan, tatandaan mo. 0.079. Okay? Ang logarithm of 1.2 is 0.079. Okay na. So, pag nakuha mo na yan, anong gagawin mo na lang? Paano hanapin sa choices? E di, i-type mo itong equation. O, i-type mo lang 2 alpha x minus alpha y plus 1. O, tsaka mo equal. Ano labas? 1.124. Ibig sabihin, mali. Sir, bakit siya mali? Dapat ang hinahanap natin, yung value ng log of 1.2, which is 0.079. O, anong gagawin mo? O, i-edit natin yung equation. Alin? Letter B. Try natin si letter B. Gawin natin itong minus. Tapos ito